It's finally happening. We are doing some winter refresh in the living area and getting some new furniture. After years and years of talking about it and not doing it, it's about time. So I'm sharing some living room updates that are affordable, some thrifty, some new, and just updating you on what has changed. Well, friends, today I am sharing out with the old and in with the new in our living space. So it was time for an upgrade. We had very used furniture. Most of our home is thrifted, secondhand, or gifted, and it was time to get rid of some of our furniture. And then I thought, why not do a few other aesthetic updates and beautiful touches to the living space, rearrange the furniture, and just add a few things that make the space a little bit different, add a little bit of contrast and color from what I currently had, which was more of a oatmeal color, I guess you would say, and that furniture went out the door and to someone else's new home. So I'm going to share just a few things that we have done, the progress, and it's not like completely done, and you'll have to excuse the little boy here. And yes, if you didn't notice, he does have a helmet because he had a flat spot on his head. So this is just for aesthetic purposes to fix the flat spot. You've probably seen some other babies with it. Maybe you've had family members with it, but he is doing great in the helmet. I'm sure some of you will ask a question about that, and it is improving his head shape. So what a blessing to be able to have that help. And so he'll only wear it for about 3 months. But anyways, that's something old in the new business too. So it's kind of just what it is, and he needed mama right now. So that's where we're at. But let's start with the furniture swap. So the old furniture was something that I loved the color of. It was one that we got when we moved from our previous home of 450 square foot. Actually, we had a tiny little apartment at a Christian camp, and when we moved, we found this other set. It came with an ottoman, and the couple sold it to us for $100. And so we got rid of the ottoman because it was really stained. They had pets in their home, and we don't have pets currently in our home. So we had that set for 10 years, and I sold it on Marketplace, and it sold for $100. So it sold for the same amount that we bought it for, because supposedly the furniture market is hot around here right now. So praise the Lord, we got back what we put into it, and we kept it decent. Sure, it had some stains, it had a few other issues to it, but for a first-time apartment, for somebody moving in out of college, something like that, it worked great. And with this furniture here, I was debating on so many different types of pieces that I wanted. I searched high and low on Facebook Marketplace for something that was in our budget, that I wanted, that wasn't a long ways to travel, or that fit my color scheme that I was hoping for, because I did want like a gray colored couch, which this is. It's like a dark gray with our blue or gray walls like behind me here. They kind of have a hint of blue, and this couch actually shows up more of a really dark blue, but it is gray. So when you look at it in different lighting, it kind of changes color. But anyways, the couch was actually not used. So for my time's sake, I decided to look on Wayfair, and I bought this couch from Wayfair. It was on sale and a really good price point, and it was just the color that I wanted. It doesn't have an ottoman with it or anything. It's literally just the couch, and I didn't want a sectional because we live in such a small space that I felt like a sectional would take up too much space. I'd probably have to have it against a wall on one of the sides so that it doesn't stick out so far. And I wanted another chair to get rid of. We had a 1.5 chair and a big couch, and so I wanted another 1.5 chair. So that is what I ended up finding as well. But this couch came directly to me. That's the nice thing about finding something online, is they typically ship to you anymore. And it came together in a couple boxes. My husband put it together in 30 minutes with a little bit of help from me and the kids watching, and it got put up really nicely. It is pretty firm, but our old couch was so worn in that I think this will eventually have some way and give to it, which it already has. We've had it for a month now, and so it's just something that I think is much nicer. People, when they come over, like it because it doesn't make them sink in the middle, and so it's just something that honestly needed to happen because of how poor condition our other one was for like older people coming to visit, and it needed to happen. So I do recommend this couch. It was, like I said, found on Wayfair, and I'll link it in the description box for you if you're interested in looking at a new couch. It's a good size for a smaller space. It's not super long. I mean, I could lay on it and it would be comfortable for me to lay on. I do like how it's still deep enough that I can sit back in it. We have our coffee table right here too, so it's close enough to that we can set our drinks on it. And it's just a lovely piece that is truly something that I needed in this space. And then to our 1.5 chair. So that I ordered on Amazon actually. I looked and looked and looked again on Marketplace, but to be honest, prices for used furniture on Marketplace were the same for what I could almost find new. So that's why I went with new, because some of the older pieces, which you can't tell how worn they are, if they actually have stains or not. So that is why I went with new for both. And the 1.5 chair is in oatmeal color, and so it matches my neutral color scheme, and it fits the space beautifully. One of my kids and myself can sit in it together. My husband and I can actually sit in it together. And it is just something that I am glad I purchased, and purchased new at that it's just something that, again, we needed. And I wanted a 1.5 chair because I like having a child sit next to me, or a couple of them, one on my lap, one next to me when I read books to them, or when my husband and I want to sit closer together, we can sit on that too and be more cozy, because I just felt like if I got another single chair, I'd miss that, I think. So that is why we got that chair, and it is a little bit deeper as well. It's more cushy, and it's just, I think, another great piece to have in this home. And I'll link that in the description box for you as well. Now, the layout of our space. I was not sure where I wanted to put the couch. We thought maybe initially we had it on the other side of the room facing the wall. We do not have a TV in this room. We actually don't have a TV at all. We just, if we want to watch a show, we watch it on Amazon Prime. That's the one subscription we really have, and that's that. Or watch something on YouTube just on my laptop. But we tried it over there. I didn't prefer it over there, again, because I just wanted to make it a little different. We tried it in front of the window, but I love looking out at the sunlight and just seeing the daylight, the trees. And so I decided, why not put it in front of this wall, our shiplap wall? And I think I love it here because I can see out the window. I can see the whole rest of our house over there. I can watch the kids playing. And then it actually really opened up our space because we angled the 1.5 chair over there. Our single chair that we already had is in front of the window, and it just is very opening. It makes our space feel a lot bigger, I feel. All right, we tried to put the baby down. But what I was saying was that having the couch on this wall compared to facing the wall, it opens the space up, but in contrast to that, it actually makes the space almost too open for me because it doesn't give that dividing line between living room, and it's basically like our piano / playroom, I guess is what I would call it, because the kids do bring their Legos out here and their Barbies, and they play over in that section over there by the piano. And so it kind of extends it, which I'm not always keen on because I do like having that separation of toys versus living room. So it's something I've just had to be okay with if I like this arrangement. I do, like I said, think it makes the space feel a lot more open. and I feel like we could fit more people in this space, honestly, and not have them feel like left out. So there's some pros and cons to it, and the great thing about furniture is they can be arranged again or rearranged again if we ever feel like we want to like separate that space off again. So those are our new pieces. I'm really enjoying them so far. Like I said, we've had them both for about a month, and they really got put together really well. They're new, and not even new just to us, they're brand new. And so I think the quality has been pretty good so far. I put a few more throw blankets down on them just to protect from baby spit up and things that happen when you have little kids. So I am trying to take good care of it too and cover them. I love throw blankets anyways, so why not cover it with something beautiful as well. All right, so those are the big pieces, and then the few extra touches. So this basket of blankets that I have here, my other basket I got as a wedding gift 11.5 years ago, and it has gone through the ringer. So kids have climbed in it, it's moved with us 10 years ago. It's just gotten some love, and I know I got it from Pier 1 as a gift, and I think it was like $50 or $55 or something when it was gifted to us. And this one is just off of Amazon, a seagrass basket, and I think it was like $60 some. So I was looking for used on Marketplace again at antique stores, but again, baskets that are big and sturdy are expensive. So I did invest in a good quality basket, and I realized turning the basket over there compared to it was over next to the window next to a single chair, the kids like to crawl into it more over there because they like hid behind the chair, but over here they don't. So it's just something that I realized moving the basket was maybe all that needed to happen, and they are not crawling into it. I have put the blankets into it a little bit differently. I rolled them instead of like stacking them, so they also fit in a more aesthetically pleasing way, in my opinion. The kids see them better. They're not wanting to crawl in it. But anyways, all that to say, I'm really liking this basket that I've had for several weeks as well. And it's just a beautiful addition. And I always love the look of blankets in a basket. And yes, finding it new is sometimes what you have to do if you're looking for a certain aesthetic and price point, which it was in the price point, knowing antique baskets are really expensive too. So I think that'll hold up to the test of time as long as it's cared for. So that's something newer I got too. And then just a few other things that I want to touch on that I have gotten as part of our Out with the Old and with the New living room refresh are these pieces from Quince. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about Quince. I am happy to be partnering with Quince. Quince uses the highest quality items available, 100% wool, 100% European linens and cottons in the items that they make. Their price is affordable for the quality that they have in their clothing, in their pieces like my throw blanket and my pillow cover, and they are sustainably made. These items will last the test of time because they are made of quality materials like I mentioned. So their clothing, I love the options that they have for clothing. Their sweaters, their pants, they have really beautiful flats that are well made, that would pull any outfit together. But the pieces that I picked are ones that will definitely be staples in my wardrobe for the rest of the winter into the spring months. The two sweaters that I got are so soft, so comfortable. They hold up to outings with a bunch of walking, to running around with my kids, to even a trip I took to New York City in wearing these pieces. And the denim is well made, very flexible, and fits to any mama, grandmother, woman who is on the go, on the job, person, and they will be something that you will put as a staple in your wardrobe. So those pieces are beautifully made. Again, the best quality that you can find in their items, and the dress is so beautiful. Looking forward to wearing that here the rest of the winter into the spring, and just having that again as part of a staple for my closet. I love that they are not any synthetic materials. It's wool, it's cotton, it is linen, and they will again withstand the test of time. So you can check out my description box to see the items that I have for you to potentially purchase if you are interested in high quality, affordable pieces for your home and for yourself. So please go to the description box to check out these items. And as a first-time customer, if you sign up for their emails, you can get $20 off your first order. So this beautiful pillow cover, this knit sweater throw blanket, is something that is a beautiful touch for the winter months, and it will transition into spring beautifully. And the citrus grapefruit candle, the scent fills the whole house, so it is a very potent candle, and it doesn't need to be lit for very long to really get that aroma, and just kind of a fun springy smell as well. If you are sensitive to scents, which I honestly am a little bit, it's a little bit strong for our small space, but it still is a beautiful fruity, citrusy grapefruit scent that I really do like. So it is something that I'll light every once in a while, but not for long periods of time. So you can check out Quince in the description box to find the pieces that I shared with you for clothing, as well as for my living room update and refresh. Now, some other simple things that I have changed up and just touched up: paint. Paint makes a big difference. Nothing extreme. I'm not like fully changing the color in here, but I just touched up our built-in shelving here, the doors, because we used to have a chair there, so to get dinged up, the kids would put toys over there, and since it's open now, I could see all the scratches and nicks, and so I needed to just do a little paint touch up, and paint goes a long ways. So while I was at that, I just touched up the shelving a little bit too, because the books going on and off the shelves, Rearranging Decor, it just scratches and leaves marks, like I said. So a little bit of paint that literally took 10 minutes to do really goes a long ways. And you'll see in the near future I'll be doing some spring decorating, because that is not too far off. When this video goes out, it'll be close to end of February already. And it had currently been over 60 degrees for a couple weeks in South Dakota where I'm at, which is so rare. My tulips were starting to pop out of the ground. But on this day I'm filming this, it's like -15 wind chill. So we get the contrast here in the Dakotas. Anyways, so there will be some extra touches going on those shelves. And then another simple touch, which I forgot to mention, is just this thrifted pillow. You saw in my latest collective thrift haul that I had, and it's nice. It matches this couch. It's poofier, it's got some texture to it, and I just put that there because I don't think you always need to match your pillows. So it might change too. So like this Quint's pillow cover is very neutral, and so is this. For spring, I usually add a little bit more color. So that you'll see some of those changes in the near future as well. Now, something that is not finished yet, as far as I know, is this little wall over here where I had an accordion rack. I had baskets that would hang in there, or a basket that I would change out the plants that I would put in, like the faux tulips, or some hydrangeas for the fall, or I would hang some stockings on it for Christmas time. I think I want to do some art over there. I am kind of getting into more art a little bit, and I've looked again on Marketplace. I've looked at antique stores and thrift stores, and again, comes down to time. Like, what do I want to actually use my time for? So I had these frames. You can see one was of a rooster and one was of a rose, and actually my great aunt, one of her missionary friends that stayed with her for a while, actually painted those pictures. So they are neat in a way, But I ordered some prints off of Etsy to put into these frames because I kind of like the frames, but I'm not sure about those prints. It just does not match my aesthetic. My girls, although, loved the rose print, which is pretty. It would be great for spring and summer, but I ordered a couple landscape pieces that I think will go beautifully in my home. And landscape pieces are always just so calming and welcoming to me and kind of just give me a feeling of peace and rest in my home. So I'm gonna try those out and see how they go. And then I also have the winter scene that was over by my stand of music that I have that I've shared with you for Christmas home tour. I moved that over to try it to see what I thought about it, having a bigger frame there, and it looks okay. It just kind of throws me not having that accordion rack because I've had that there for so long that change can almost be hard in a very simple way, if you know what I mean, that you almost miss what you used to have. And who knows, I might change it back to that accordion rack another time because I love my basket full of tulips for spring, so I'll need to put those somewhere because I really enjoy those faux tulips that I use for spring. But artwork might just add enough vibrancy to that space that I can change things up a little bit. But that will, if it hasn't come in the week or so before I get this video out with those prints, then I will share that update in another video. But for now, this is kind of an in-progress space, and I added a few more things to my green stand, like the lamp I had sitting in my kitchen for quite a while during like the December, January months, just to add some more coziness and warmth to my kitchen space. But I moved that lamp out here. It was an antique store find for like $8, and then just put in some faux baby's breath into that container, moved out the eucalyptus and stacked a few books. Some very simple touches that just kind of change it, make it fresh and fun for a new season, a new era of our furniture and new living space. So that's kind of what we got going on here, and it's something that is fun to do, and I just needed to take the plunge and do it. I talked about new living room furniture for years, and it finally happened. So I'm glad I am able to do that, and I know we're going to enjoy these pieces, and that it's something that it's just fun to share a few changes here and there of what we do in our home for just keeping up and maintaining it. Well, we'll keep you updated on progress with that painting and stuff if it's not up yet, and any other things that come along in my home that I like to change up and share. So if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, I do truly appreciate all of you who do subscribe, and it's fun to just get to know you guys through comments and have you be part of my YouTube community here. And give this video a like if you enjoy seeing those simple, small home living updates. So with that, friends, I will talk with you in my next video.